Hey friends and family, this is Marilyn from tarotclarity.com, and I said I was going to start saying the date and the time. So this is Friday, September 19th, and it's about 2:16ish. And I did a previous reading right before this one. I don't know if they'll actually be viewed in succession. I may mix them up because sometimes I just premiere them in random order. But the previous reading that I did using the Metelli deck, I asked about why the oligarchs, like, what drives them? What is it about being the richest or the fastest, or the richest? Like, what is it about that? So then I got the answer for that. And then I thought to myself, okay, so now we understand why they want to be the richest. But why does being the richest seem to align with being cruel? Like, why, if you're so rich, why would you hate marginalized people? What if you're so rich? I mean, you're so powerful. What's in it for you to put 600 Guatemalan children on a plane to Guatemala? Like, what's in it for you? What's in it for you to encourage somebody on Fox News? No consequence for saying that homeless people should be euthanized. No consequence for that. You can't give direct quotes spoken by right-wing Christians because their words are too offensive and embarrassing. You get fired for that. But you don't get fired for saying that homeless people need to be euthanized, like, because they agree with it. So I'm really, they say we have to meet in the middle. I think we're beyond that, But if I think that we're beyond that, people say, well, you're part of the problem because you won't meet in the middle. Okay, let's meet in the middle. Tell me why homeless people need to be euthanized. Tell me, if you're really rich, why you hate people who have less than you. Like, I want to meet in the middle. So I want to understand. Okay, so for this read, I'm using another Marco Benedetti deck because I guess I'm a Marco Benedetti groupie. I'm using the Tarocchi Milanese Bordoni from 1885. It's a gorgeous deck. There are two versions of this, by the way. I've showcased this one when it first came out, and I did several readings with it, The other, and this one is a restored. So what Marco did with this one is, refresh the color, which is, comes alive, Then the other one that he had is a facsimile. He has a facsimile Bordoni, which is the way it exists, and he just, took facsimile photographs, and so you can have it, a facsimile copy of the deck as it is, or you can have a restoration, which is really, I think I have the better of the two. I do. And this one also happens to be Rivoltini, which is, Rivoltini is the name to when you have a back. This is in the fashion of how it was done back in the day. You would have a card, and then you would, sandwich, I guess, two pieces together. I think that's how they did it. And then you'd have a back that you would flip over the front, and then you would paste it down on the edges, because this is how they protected the cards for use. Of course, it was a card game, so they needed to protect the edges. Okay, so that's the question. I'll flip the camera, go into my meditative place, and really want a sincere answer to understand why, if you're so, why the rich, what's in it for them to be cruel? What's in it for them? there's something that's in it for them, and I want to understand what it is because I'm willing to meet them halfway. So I want to understand the motive, Now, let me flip the camera and we'll get started. And because this is probably a complicated question, I'm going to do a signature spread to just see some of the thought processes. There might be more than one thought process. I appreciate a deck that tells me when the cards are upside down and right side up and all that, because I just appreciate that. So thank you, Marco, for doing that with this particular deck, at least. I think most of his decks we can tell. Not all of them, but, the Metelli certainly. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, Lover. This is singular, not plural, so it's about the young man who has a choice between perhaps vice and virtue, if we look at it from the Marseille style point of view. Remember, the earlier Italian style would have been, the point of it would have been an agreement or a bond or a wedding, a promise. But with the Marseille style, in addition to that, we also have the possibility that it could be suggesting a choice between vice and virtue. And we have 2. So 2, even though it's not the 6 of the Lover card, it's again a community thing, right? I see batons as a community thing, and then when we have 2, it's like some kind of an alliance. So there's some type of partnership or some kind of bond. Now remember, the question is, what's in it for them to be cruel? So here we have love, kindness, bonding, kind of like a mother figure or an approachable woman, a generous woman. So far, I'm not getting the feel for what's in it for them to be cruel. So we have a bond, a connection. Could it be going back to, we're going to blame their mothers. Are we really going to blame their mothers here? I don't think whose problem was his mother. I think whose problem was his father. But he's not the only rich one. And then we have the Sun card. Wow. What is going on? I don't see cruelty yet. Front and center of the core 9. Okay, so we have 9 swords. So we're starting to get something happens that disrupts all this sweetness and kindness and love. Something disrupts that. Yeah, maybe they fell on their heads. Now we have the hanged man, and since this is an Italian deck, I think we can still assume that the meaning of this, would have to do with punishment. Five Cups, some instability of the emotions. And then, interestingly, that the male-oriented, the aggressive suits are in a row here. The one suit we don't have represented here is coin or denier. And now we have it, okay. So here we have a representation of 3 of the 4. Let me pull the Queen cards. So I'm having a little bit of a hard time trying to figure this one out. And maybe there's no good reason for why somebody, why there's a connection between them being really, really rich and being cruel. I think, my bias or my intellect or my, critical thinking skills tells me then when you're so incredibly wealthy, there's something that happens where you lose your humanity because you don't need anybody, you know? If you read books on, human evolution, one of the ways that humans survived was because they depended on each other, right? You do something nice for your neighbor, and then when, push comes to shove and something bad happens to you, they'll help you out, But when you're independent of other human beings, there's no need to be part of humanity. So that's what my thought process is. I don't understand any other way. If you don't need people, they're irrelevant to you. Okay, I get that. But it still doesn't answer the question. Why do you need to be cruel? You could be indifferent to them and you could go make a house on Mars, and I wish they would. You could go someplace else. You don't need human beings. Okay. You could just live away from other human beings. But what's in it for them to be cruel? And that's what this question is asking. So let's cut to the chase. Let's look at the Quint card because I'm at a loss. So the Quint card, which has a partially nude figure, so I'm going to put my thumb on it just in case somebody's watching this who has never opened an art book or ever been to an art museum or never appreciated Renaissance style art. I don't want to offend them. But the World card suggests having it all. And the question is, what's in it for them to be cruel? So there's because they can be. They have the whole world. They have it all. Okay, they have it all. All right. They have power. This is the Fortitude card. They have power. They have strength. This is the suppression of humans, the suppression of other people. Okay, we know that they suppress others. And then I see this card as a detoxification, or could be a purification, or turning something from one thing to another. So I see the brute strength or the brute force, and then I see maybe there's pleasure in oppression. Okay, I get that. I don't get it, but I see that those are features. And then detoxifying, changing. They want to purify the world. They want to suppress because they want to purify. They want to suppress. They use their power to suppress because they want to purify the world. Holy cow. Purify it to what? You send 600 children, Guatemalan children, on an airplane to go back to Guatemala. They're still going to, well, they might not exist because the understanding is when they get to Guatemala that they'd be taken, they'd be, I don't want to say the word, but it would they're sending them back because they know fully well that those children will not live long. Wow. So these cards kind of answered the question. They're using their power because they want to purify. Holy Toledo. But then what's all this about? Right? Things start out nice and cheery and happy and healthy, and all of a sudden, we have this central nerve that goes through the body of like aggression. It's front and center of the core 9. Serious aggression. Punishment. Nobody can be happy. You're happy? Whoa, got to put an end to that. And we have a pair of 5s. Because I see this as happiness, and then all of a sudden something happens. And then we have like emotional and intellectual, instability here. Do they only have peace? If they take away other people's happiness? But it still doesn't answer the question, what's in it for them? Because they want to purify the world. They want to purify the world. So I guess that means they want to make the world white? Is that pure? How is that pure? Oh, that was a weird one. That was a real weird one. Or maybe it's not a knowable thing, Maybe it's just something that no one can know because there's no good answer. I guess that's something to think about for a little while. Until next time, friends, peace, stay well, be brave, and be kind. Please be kind.